stir it up. Okay, like that. Good job. Whose present is that, Charlotte? Is that for Mommy? Well, good morning. It's a gorgeous Christmas Eve morning here. Seems like a really good time to say thank you to everybody for your continued support here on the farm. Everybody that's bought eggs or purchased lamb, or even, just tuned in every day to watch the YouTube videos. That's fantastic. Really appreciate it. This morning, we're gonna get everybody fed up, and then we're gonna see if we can do a little bit of tobogganing. I don't know, it might be a bit too warm. I don't know. It might not be much for soft ground. Now that we're kind of in the twilight of the year, lots of folks thinking about New Year's and resolutions, turning over a new leaf. And there's been a really big movement the last couple of years towards a vegan January. I think it's called Veganuary or Veganuary. I don't know. However you say it, doesn't matter. The premise is sold on the weak principles of people playing into their fears over climate change. And I'm not a climate change denier by any means. I'm an advocate for that as much as anybody. But the premise is that herbivores, pigs, cattle, sheep, all that kind of stuff, emit methane when they fart. And obviously that contributes to greenhouse gases, global warming, climate change, all that stuff. Well, I'm here to tell you that's absolutely nonsense. Well, it's not that they don't contribute to it, but it's that it's not the problem you think it is. Or in the very least, the solution that you think you're creating is certainly not a solution. So in the month of January, if everybody goes vegan, imagine this. Look at where we are. 85% of the world is outside of their immediate growing season and is not able to grow fruits, vegetables, things in order to be vegan for the month of January. So what happens? Well, all of this product gets trucked in from South America, Southern Europe, like Spain and South France, north of Africa, places like this where they do have a warmer climate, but it gets trucked, shipped, railed, flown in. Massive amounts of greenhouse gases emitted by all the fossil fuels required to move that stuff. So if you're gonna do anything in January, yes, eat pork, eat beef, eat chicken, eat lamb. If you want to eat vegetables, do it in August. Anyway, speaking of greenhouse gases and fossil fuels, it's really quiet coming from the drilling rig out behind the neighbor's house today. So sounds like them boys got to go home for Christmas, which is fantastic. There's two things you don't want to listen to at Christmas: Mariah Carey and a drilling rig. Good morning, sheepy sheeps. Good morning, chickens. The chickens are out here eating on this hay. It's a good source of greens for them. They love it. Those are chickens. Can you go look for eggs? Hi, chicken. Okay, come look at this other chicken.
What's that?
Come look at this chicken.
Whoa! What's that?
Whoa! Is that... Does that scare you?
Yeah.
Yeah? You filling up the chicken water? Oh, I think it's full. Well, anyways, before I get hate mail from the vegans that are watching, that's not what this is about at all. If you want to have a vegan diet, nobody's challenging you on that. In fact, yeah, it's definitely, unarguably a healthy lifestyle. Nobody's going to challenge you on that at all. Definitely do take issue when claims are made, you know, in regards to the environment that's just not backed up by factual scientific data. And, you know, and I know there's some folks that are going to come back and they're going to say, well, do your research. Well, the average person, their research really accounts to just going on Google and finding whatever evidence they want to either confirm or refute whatever standpoint they're trying to accomplish. The reality is the herbivore plays a critical role in grassland management, which grassland management is the most effective way, scientifically proven, and I'll leave the links down below so you can just see what I'm talking about, in carbon sequestration, reducing the amount of carbon in the atmosphere that garden-based monocultures simply cannot keep up to it. So the real reason why, and this is why cattle or any herbivore for that matter really takes a bad rap for what they do to the environment, especially around greenhouse gases, is the practice of feedlotting, where you're keeping cattle confined in an unnatural area and you're feeding them corn, soy-based diets, things like that, as opposed to being out on grassland. And it's mad, like the numbers, we're talking millions and millions of tons of CO2 that could be recaptured through grazing on grasslands, as opposed to what's released from the atmosphere through soil tillage and exposed soil conditions when you're planting single crop things like corn or soy. Anyways, if you're like me and you like a hamburger every once in a while, don't feel too guilty about it. There's just two things to consider. One for sure is it grass-fed or is it grain-fed? Because that's going to make a significant impact to the environment. And the other one is the reach. How far did that piece of meat have to travel before it got to your plate? So if you can buy local, buy local. If you can buy grass-fed, buy grass-fed. Those are the two things that are going to knock the old Veganuary right out of the park. So I'm going to let you go for now. I found some bourbon creams in the pantry. And if you don't know what bourbon creams are, they're a favorite of mine from England. They go very well with cups of tea. So I will let you go for now. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas Eve. We'll see you tomorrow.